What's going on, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Bench Buddies podcast. I'm hosting today. It's John David. I'm joined by Colton,
Hey, yo.
Kyle,
Yo,
and Aiden.
how's it going?
And today we're just back. We're gonna recap what's happened in March Madness since we last spoke, and European football coming up. So yeah, where do you guys want to start?
Let's hit Final Four first because
That
was
was
absurdly
entertainment.
entertaining.
Yes, I feel bad. I feel bad for UCLA, but at the
I
same time,
the run got ended, but it was going to get ended.
I want to say something as well. Hey, Aiden, I don't think Houston had a good day on Saturday.
They did not. A 19-point game. That's one thing that I will say going into the finals. Baylor played a much tighter, more championship-winning team game than what I saw Gonzaga play. I watched the majority of that Gonzaga game, and UCLA was picking them apart just as much as they were picking UCLA apart. It was a great game, and they both played great games. But I think if Baylor comes out and plays the way they played against Houston, it'll be a good game against Gonzaga, but that they'll win.
Here's one thing I just want to say this. I thought it was pretty funny. I saw this TikTok, and it was this UCLA fan. She was a woman. She was watching, saw the game tying layup, and then she started celebrating. Wasn't looking at the screen, just jumping up and down. And then all of a sudden, you hear the whole bar go quiet, and then she just looks up at the screen.
Yeah,
she sees Jalen Suggs standing on the table after he hit the game winner. So
yeah. I mean, it was chaos. I don't even know. It was one of the greatest games that we'll see in the Final Four for a very, very, very long time.
The only thing I think compares to it from last decade, I guess, the Villanova and UNC championship.
Oh yeah.
Where the guy from Villanova hit the game winner.
Yep.
In the championship. So that's all. Yep. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, we were all right in what we said on the last episode about who was going to win or how it was going to turn out. I guaranteed that it was going to be a high-scoring game.
I still think that, like I said, whoever won the Gonzaga-UCLA game is going to win the title. I still think Gonzaga is going to do it.
I don't know. It'll depend on how Baylor comes out. If they come out like they played against Houston, I think it'll be a good game and that Baylor will win. But if Baylor comes out slow at all, I think Gonzaga will outscore them by a lot.
Mm-hmm. Like Aiden would like to say, if Baylor has a bad day, it's not going to end well.
This is true.
I personally think that just looking at both of these teams and how they've performed the entire season and then looking at now, I think these are the two best teams in the country. But my only worry for Baylor going into this game is their consistency against big teams, because they have lost. I'm looking at it right now. They only lost, I think it was
two games.
Yeah. And one of them was to Kansas.
Yeah.
And they lost by a score of 71-58 in that game. And they lost to Oklahoma State by 9.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see how some of those games COVID stuff went. I blame COVID for half of the losses.
And here's the thing. Kansas was I hate to say it, Kansas was a phony team, really, because you watch their first game against Eastern Washington, they barely win, scrape a win, losing for most of the game, and then they get blown out by USC. Baylor lost that game, but I can see it defended by the fact that I think it was early on in the year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And
it was February 27th.
It was not early on in the year. And I don't know. It could be COVID. It could just be a one-off game. But
I don't know.
That's something about that loss to Kansas and Oklahoma State too. Gonzaga hasn't lost.
But I'm looking at Gonzaga's schedule and who they've played. And actually, I see something I didn't even notice before, that they were scheduled to play Baylor and that game was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that could have been a very potentially telling game for what's going to happen Monday night. But
Yeah.
they started this season off. They beat Kansas by 12 points. And then they beat West Virginia by 5. They beat Iowa by 11. They beat UVA by like 23. And then they kind of went on their run where they played their conference games, and I mean they just blew everyone out.
They beat BYU. They beat BYU by, I think that's 17. They played a lot of good teams. They beat BYU again by 11 that time.
Oh, wow, Mormons.
But I mean, I just think that going for consistency against big teams, I'm gonna have to say Gonzaga is gonna win. But
Yeah,
I could definitely see this game going either way.
yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
All right, final predictions. Who's winning? I've got Baylor.
I've got Gonzaga.
I'm gonna say Gonzaga is gonna win.
Gonzaga.
All right, I'm the odd man out. We will see. I need Baylor to win so that I can place like top 5 or something in our fantasy bracket.
Yeah, if Gonzaga loses the top half of the bracket, it's just gonna go straight
Yep.
down.
Yep.
Because right now I'm pretty sure I'm 4th. I still 4th.
I'm like 7th, but I also have one of the highest max possible points if Gonzaga or if Baylor wins. All right. Well, that will be great to watch, and I'm sure we'll talk about the finals when that comes back.
Do you guys want to talk about the Premier League games that happened this weekend?
I'm sad, bro. I'm sad. I'm sad.
You got beat by
JD.
Sheffield.
No, it was Southampton.
Southampton.
Oh yeah, same thing.
And
Same
here's why I'm
thing.
sad. Here's why I'm sad. I'll go into detail. So 11th minute penalty. Chris Wood straight down the middle. We score. Oh, it was like 15 minutes later. Chris Wood heads it down to Mate Vidra. First time volley. We're up 2-0. Usually, we hold out the game.
You park the bus.
I fall back asleep. I wake up at like 10 o'clock. I see like 20 notifications on my phone. I scroll down. Final, Southampton 3, Burnley 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, Danny Ings must have carried. But he didn't even score all the goals. He scored once. Nathan Redmond scored once.
He also assisted once.
Yeah, I think did he assist the Nathan Redmond goal? I'm pretty sure.
He carried.
Yeah.
Wait, Stuart Armstrong.
Stuart Armstrong.
Yeah. I didn't watch the game. Did Burnley come out and just dominate for the first 30 minutes of the game?
No.
And then
what happened?
In the back 60.
We played like we played against Crystal Palace. We just came out and attacked. And in the 11th minute, I think it was Eric Peters went to cross the ball. And then Kyle Walker-Peters just took out his legs. And they VAR reviewed it and gave us a pin. And we scored it. And then we continued to play. And then I think Ben Mead like drilled the ball down the field to Chris Wood. And he just headed it down. And like 20 yards out, Mate Vidra just volleyed it into the bottom corner.
Yeah. But how did you guys do that in the first 30 minutes in the back hour?
Our defense
Southampton had 24 shots and 9 on target.
Our defense was poor, man. I don't. Today it was just. Usually our defense is the best part of our team, which is the sad thing, and it was just poor today.
Yeah.
We just got comfortable and complacent because I'm pretty sure it was 2-2 at halftime. They scored 2 in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Aiden, do you want to give us your thoughts on the Manchester City game?
We're winning the league.
Well, that's not a debate.
All I got to say, we were the best before the international break. After it, we're still the best.
Yeah, I mean, it helps when you have an absolute lad like Benjamin Mendy.
All I have to say,
hitting what he hit.
I have a letter. Benjamin Mendy wrote me a letter. I may have faked a few credentials to get it, but I got it, and it worked. He scored. It was a great goal.
True.
That was his inspiration.
He chopped in on his right, absolute brilliant finish, bottom right, on his weak foot. And then the De Bruyne pass to Gabriel Jesus, even though he didn't get the assist.
Absolute Manchester City classic tap in from Gabriel Jesus.
The pass was so good. De Bruyne is the best midfielder in the league. By far.
Debatable. Bruno
By
Fernandes.
far. He did nothing
can
today other than almost lose.
Well, he would have gotten a
We
penalty.
dominated that game.
Had Mason Greenwood not rip one in, he would have drawn a penalty.
Oh, he would have scored that.
Probably.
Our
And
defense, Manchester City's defense was great as normal. Aymeric Laporte did well.
I just have to say, I mean, it was an all-around dominant performance from Manchester City, which has been the case for almost every game this year.
Burnley put up a fight. I don't know what you're talking about. Usually it's 5-0, so 2-0.
Yeah, last time it was 2.
Yeah.
You still got your annual 5-0 thumping, but
yeah.
All right,
So,
bud.
so United, how are we feeling about Greenwood getting one and Rashford coming in off injury and scoring one?
Okay, so I watched this game, the decent majority of it. And at the beginning, we came out guns blazing and created a few opportunities right at the beginning, like we do every game. Well, some games we start slow, which is really weird to me that we just come out and play so lackadaisical from the beginning.
Brighton were the better team in the first half.
They were the better
they should
team
have won
for
based off the first half.
Back half of the first half. But the beginning of the first half and then the rest of the game, we dominated. And I mean, you can look at the stats to see that we dominated.
Let's look at them then.
We had 15 shots, 7 on target with 58% possession compared to 5-3 and 42. Yeah. So, I mean, they had their opportunities. I mean, the Danny Welbeck goal was just another.
They also had more corners than you.
So. It was a perfect one more corner, but it was a perfect
6 corners
to 5. But it was a perfect representation of our team and how we play. Our defense is so bad. Wan-Bissaka is so bad at marking.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka's defending is so overrated. So
I mean,
he's the best tackler in the Premier League.
Matt Lowton is clear.
His marking is atrocious. He should have cleared that ball 100 out of 100 times. It should have never reached.
It's also Pogba's fault too. Pogba scuffed the pass.
Yeah, Pogba was lackluster from what I saw the entirety of the first half.
Pogba's a fraud. He's been a fraud all season. I'm glad we're selling him this summer. If we re-sign him, I'm gonna be upset. I do not want him here anymore. He doesn't want to be here. We just need to part ways and let him go. But
how did Van de Beek do when he came in?
He did all right. I mean, nothing like
Van de Beek.
He just needs help. Honestly, Van de Beek. I'd still have the argument he's too good for our midfield, and that's why he doesn't fit. Is because he's just better.
That's an underrated argument too. Is because, he's better than Fred. He's better than McTominay. He's better than Matic. But
and arguably better than Pogba.
But there's no way he takes Bruno's spot, and that's normally where he plays. So it's
for Ajax. He played a right center mid and played box to box.
Played box to box. Yeah, but that's the thing though is
our coaches think that he's a 10. He's like Bruno's sub, and you're not going to take his spot. You're not going to take a Premier League Player of the Year spot. Like
he's not Player of the Year, but continue.
Okay, I mean, he created both goals today. And
it's Gundogan.
We'll see. I would love to see. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
It's gonna be Ilkay. It's gonna be Silky Ilky.
The Prim has been trash.
It will be Mr. Whippy.
It's gonna be Mr. Whippy.
I could see it being Mr. Whippy, but I could also see it being Bruno.
The only way I see it being Bruno is if they close the gap, if they make it a shorter gap.
Yeah, I mean, if something happens and everybody in Manchester City dies and they just end up dropping like 10 points.
To be honest,
Manchester United catch up a little bit, then I can
be honest. Who the best player in the Premier League has been this season? He's not going to win, but it should be Ruben Diaz.
Yeah,
Ruben Diaz has been.
I agree.
Has been the best player in the Premier League.
He'll win Young Player of the Year.
Probably.
He is 23, and he's already commanding our defense like Vincent Kompany. Build him a statue.
He's gonna be there for a few years.
Speaking of a young player,
build a statue.
No. Hold on. Speaking of statues, Aguero leaving.
He's getting one. Do you know what pissed me off?
What?
One, our treatment of Aguero. Two, the fact that Yaya Toure isn't getting a statue.
Facts. I mean,
but you can argue that Aguero, David Silva, and Vincent Kompany made a bigger impact than Yaya Toure.
Yaya Toure was amazing for the years we had him.
Yeah, but when you had Vincent Kompany, Aguero, and David Silva, that's when you won the most titles.
We had Yaya too. Don't act like he wasn't there.
Yeah,
he retired before them.
David Silva.
No.
He hasn't retired. No, he's not better than David Silva. He's the worst out of the three. Not worst, but he has the least impact out of the three. But I still feel like he had a huge impact, and I think that.
Where does he play? You said he wasn't retired.
He plays for some like fourth tier English team.
Yeah.
You remember his sex scandal? He had like 16 different prostitutes.
I do not remember that.
Oh, wait, did he? Hold on.
It was funny.
Hold on.
What the heck?
What did Yaya do?
Just look at. Hang on.
Aiden, he is no longer in the fourth tier of the English league. He plays.
Officially done.
He plays for FC Olympic Donetsk in the Ukrainian Premier League.
Yeah, Yaya Toure offered to hire sex workers for his soccer aid team ahead of match.
Yeah, for the soccer aid team. You told me about that. For the charity team.
What a lad.
He offered
for charity boys.
Yeah, but hey, he donated he joined a campaign against elephant poaching.
Okay.
That's
in 2013.
You gotta respect the conversation from this. Back with what I was saying about speaking of another young player, do we want to talk about Diego Jota?
Oh,
I wouldn't call him a young player.
I mean,
you guys remember when we said Arsenal were gonna win? That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
He's 24.
Okay. The way he's a super sub. I mean,
he deserves to start over Firmino, and you can't change my mind about that.
I mean, Firmino has been a fraud this season. He's done absolutely jack all.
Okay.
So
I'll stand by my statement that what they need to do is front three overhaul besides Salah, because Mane and Firmino are not doing it. So those two, bring Jota up top, get a new left winger, whether that may be Pulisic from Chelsea because he's not getting game time. No clue who it could be, but
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that Liverpool in the first half, they came out and they were as boring as what they've been for the past like 3 months.
Did you see that Mane miss today?
No, I did not.
Okay, it was like, I wouldn't call it Timo Werner-esque, but like I think it was Trent played like a perfect ball, and he had a header like directly at goal, and he just glanced it off the top of his head, and it went out for a goal kick.
I feel like the one thing he's good at, Trent Alexander-Arnold, passing.
Yeah.
Dude should be a midfielder, not a right back.
He's still England's best right back.
This is true.
Yeah, he didn't make the England squad.
He didn't make the England squad because he had a poor run of form and then assisted, I think, how many goals today?
Liverpool are atrocious.
Liverpool are atrocious. And
he still starts over Wan-Bissaka in the Euros, though. So
Wan-Bissaka didn't make the team either.
Well, that's because England's manager
I'm not shocked.
is not smart.
Honestly, not shocked. It was probably Kieran Trippier, Reece
Kyle
James.
Walker made it.
It's Kieran Trippier, Reece James, and Kyle Walker.
All I'm saying is,
but first choice left back, Luke Shaw. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
rightfully so.
That's why
Chilwell.
That's why Chilwell started in qualifying. So.
Yeah, I mean, they would have gotten given the work though if Lewandowski would have been playing.
Didn't Chilwell? Hold on, he assisted a few goals that game that he started.
Did he? Oh,
I'm pretty sure
he started against Poland. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he did.
Did he start against West Brom?
No, you're talking about Chelsea. I thought you guys
No, I'm talking about England. No, Aiden, we're not talking about Chelsea.
No.
Yeah, I know, but did he start against West Brom?
Probably not. I don't think so. He might have.
I don't know.
I don't think Tuchel likes him.
I don't think so. Hold on. Who did they?
I'm saying is Southgate needs to be replaced.
Southgate?
It's not working.
Southgate's been frauding it up too in England.
It's a telltale when Kyle Walker is your starting right back over Trent Alexander-Arnold or Wan-Bissaka.
Okay. Chilwell started against Poland. Hold on. Luke Shaw started against Albania, but Ben Chilwell started 2 out of 3 games.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the game against San Marino, of all teams, he had 1 assist. He assisted the Ward-Prowse goal.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that back to what we were talking about, Diego Jota was the only good thing about Liverpool in that game. It was it. The entirety of the first half was the most boring football that I had seen all weekend. It was worse than how United played in the first half of their game.
Trent was also Trent could be man of the match for me, but that's just my opinion. I don't like Trent Alexander-Arnold as a right back. In Premier League, I think Cancelo's better, but because Cancelo proved himself at Juventus before he moved to City.
True.
But let me look again. Okay.
I mean, Liverpool picked it up and they dominated the majority of the game. They just couldn't do anything besides shoot and miss. They missed 9 of their shots.
Mane assisted the last goal, the second Diogo Jota goal.
Yeah.
Here's how he assisted it. Are you ready? Salah finds Mane in the box, who miscontrols the ball, but Jota arrives at the perfect time to smash home from 10 yards out. So Mane messed up in it. I like Sadio Mane as a player. I think he's good, but
I do as well. But
if Liverpool wants a rebound next season, they need to do something.
Yeah,
injuries have played a big part too.
Speaking of Liverpool, we can transition into the Champions League.
Yeah.
And talk about what you guys think is going to happen between Liverpool and Real Madrid.
I think Real Madrid win.
Yeah. By far. I think they repeat the general idea of what they did in 2018.
I want to see.
How did Madrid do this weekend?
Sergio Ramos is out. By the way,
doesn't matter.
But one thing we have to take into account.
I just remembered it.
Real Madrid without Sergio Ramos.
I just remembered that.
They're not the move.
I'm switching picks. I'm going with Liverpool because Sergio Ramos is out for up to 4 weeks.
Are we talking about over the whole tie, or are we talking about leg 1?
It's over 4 weeks, so it's the whole tie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just make sure. Let me go to Real Madrid.
I honestly don't think it's going to impact it that much.
I think
they haven't won a game.
Did you see them against City?
They haven't won a game without Sergio Ramos. Hold on.
Sergio Ramos without. Okay, hang on. Real Madrid without Sergio Ramos against City played horrible. They were so bad.
I will say this: it will take Liverpool playing the best football they have played in 2021.
It will not, because
to beat them.
Real Madrid has also been atrocious.
I know they've been atrocious, but Liverpool is horrible.
Is arguably the worst league.
They're only 3 points behind
in Europe this year.
They're only 3 points behind.
of the big 6 leagues.
Yeah, but that's because Atletico has been choking lately.
So they've dropped 14 in their last 10.
Yeah, Real Madrid has been playing great, and Liverpool
they've picked up their form. Real Madrid have picked up their form. They're actually playing like Real Madrid now. They've won. They've won 3 of their last 5.
Also, Zidane and Real Madrid in the Champions League, you can't really bet against them.
No Sergio Ramos though. That's why I'm.
Yeah, but I don't think Real Madrid has been playing good enough over the past even 4 weeks to beat how I saw Real Madrid play in their previous tie. I don't think it's going to happen.
Going to be very interesting. I think that's one of the games to watch this weekend. It might be very crappily played, but I think the result is going to be interesting because I could see this game being, with no Sergio Ramos, this could be like a 5-4 in the first leg. It could be a goal frenzy.
No, he's missing out on both games.
Yeah.
He's missing both games with injury.
Let's say this could end up being a tie with
my vote,
15 combined goals over the 2 legs.
I'm gonna say we'll consider for the first leg. I say that Real Madrid will win. We'll see if there's a dip in form afterwards, and I think Liverpool could come back. I could honestly see a draw in the first leg.
I could see a 0-0, but that depends on who starts for Liverpool up top.
Yeah, if they play Diego Jota, then I think Liverpool will be able to score.
No Sergio Ramos, and if they start Diogo Jota, he's gonna pick apart Eder Militao and Varane with ease.
I mean, maybe. It'll be interesting to see.
Varane is a FIFA merchant. Okay.
Yeah, Varane is not that great.
Yeah, no. I understand this, but the rest of Real Madrid is. Their defense may be lacking, but everything else.
Also, Hazard is coming back. Hazard is fully fit. He's fully fit.
Hazard is flopped.
But I think
still the greatest Prem winger of all time.
Real Madrid might win this first leg because they are at home. They're at home though.
Who's better in your opinion?
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta think. Because I'm gonna be honest.
Samir Nasri.
It goes Hazard, Salah, then someone else.
I don't know. But the thing is, I've seen Real Madrid being able to do it, but if there's a dip in form after, but especially since they played so well, they played well this weekend. They won 2-0 this weekend.
You're correct. Thierry Henry.
He's a striker.
Yeah.
He played wing.
He's a
definitely
striker.
played wing.
He played wing early in his career.
It doesn't matter. But I don't know. I think Real Madrid's got the first leg at least, or I could see a draw. But I think later on, if there's a dip in form due to they play Barcelona Saturday. Oof.
So they have to play Liverpool, then Barcelona, and then Liverpool again.
Yep.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, so I say honestly, after the Barcelona game, I could see there being a dip if Barcelona plays well.
Doesn't Barcelona? No, they got knocked out. Well.
Yeah, well, and let's go to who they got knocked out by. PSG versus Bayern Munich.
PSG's winning.
I could see that, but PSG also lost this weekend and lost their top spot at Ligue 1.
They haven't had it. Lille has had it.
Have they?
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I think Bayern. People think that this game is going to be close. I think Bayern wins.
I think Bayern wins by
3 or 4 goals over the 2 legs combined. I think it ends up being an average score of 3 or 4.
Let's calm down. Bayern are starting Eric Maxim, Choupo-Moting up top.
Doesn't matter. I don't think it matters.
I think the delivery will still be there. Neymar is fit. He's back in training.
How about PSG to win?
Doesn't matter.
Listen to me. The delivery will still be there. Thomas Muller, Serge Gnabry, great. The finishing, you no longer have your tap-in penalty merchant, okay?
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
I think it does. I think because you're playing PSG.
When PSG played yesterday and they had 16 shots, 66% possession, and
look
only
who they played.
3 shots on target.
Look who they played.
Yeah, who they played had 3 shots and 3 shots on target.
The team in first place.
It doesn't matter. They had 3 shots and 3 shots on target.
They're the best team in the league.
PSG dominated them and couldn't finish. I don't think even if PSG dominates the way that Bayern Munich plays with our high press, I don't think they're going to be able to break through as much as you think they would be able to, especially after that loss, and especially after how France, who has the majority of their players on their international team, played last weekend or last weekend overall.
Who started for Bayern?
I think Kimpembe. I think Choupo-Moting could pick apart Kimpembe.
If this is the Bayern lineup versus Davies, is Davies fit? Yeah, he just had a red card. Okay.
And especially Bayern beating who was their challenger. Bayern beat their challenger for the top of the Bundesliga, and PSG didn't. They got worked, or they worked and just couldn't finish by arguably a team with less talent than the front 3 of Lewandowski and Mbappe, and who else plays up top for PSG? Di Maria. I don't think PSG are going to do it, especially against if Bayern comes out playing like what they did last year when they played them in the finals. It's going to be easy.
No, see you talk about that final like it was
It wasn't masterclass, I know, but
you talk about it like it was a thrashing. PSG just missed their chances.
yeah, like they did last
Mbappe,
weekend or this weekend.
yeah, and like Bayern have done to teams like, I don't know, Frankfurt.
Do I need to go find random teams that PSG have lost to? It doesn't matter if they lose to a bad team. I don't think it matters, especially when Bayern beat Leipzig this weekend without Lewandowski.
They beat Leipzig, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
No.
And PSG couldn't beat their title contenders.
Yeah, well, here's my opinion, okay? When you look at that Bayern lineup, no Davies and no Lewandowski, and they won 1-0.
Yeah.
Versus
who scored? I didn't watch that game. Goretzka scored?
It was Leon. It was Leon Goretzka. Or as Thomas Muller called him, Leon Goretzka.
It can be argued though that in this game
so much.
that Bayern didn't have their strongest team playing in this game.
No,
it can be argued.
Neither did PSG. Neither did PSG.
I mean, let me go check this.
I'll sit here and argue it.
Hold on. Where did PSG start?
Let's see. Draxler belongs in that starting lineup over Paredes.
Yeah, Diallo, Draxler and Rafinha, I could see.
Bernat. What happened to Bernat? Did Bernat have a red card? Is that why he wasn't in the squad at all?
Maybe.
I think he just got dropped, if I'm being completely honest.
But he's been playing good.
I haven't really seen him.
Hold on. Let me check this and make sure he doesn't have a red card. I think that might be what it is.
Possibly.
Juan Bernat.
I mean,
no,
I could see.
I think he just got dropped. He's either dropped or injured.
But I mean, when you have Neymar getting a red card, Mbappe getting yellow, and their front three, and they were playing.
Oh no! For some reason. I know what. Okay. Hold on. Oh, Juan Bernat has been out since September with an ACL injury. That's why.
Ooh. Is he going to be there for the Bayern game?
That makes sense.
He's accelerating in his return, so he's getting closer.
Okay.
He could be there. I don't think they'll rush him into the first leg, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be.
Here's my thought process. It's going to play out a lot like the final in the first leg. It's going to be a compact game, a 1-0 to either team. I could see it. But Mbappe, top player in a top game, which he honestly, you could say he didn't have the delivery in the final. You can argue that.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be there this time. And especially if they play the formation they've been playing with Moise Kean. Now they have Moise Kean because Moise Kean is another level at PSG. Different than he was at Everton by far. I think the talent was always there, just the confidence, kind of like Timo Werner's situation.
Do you think that Bayern Munich playing at home is going to play a factor in this first leg? Do you think that they might win by 2 or 3 goals since they're playing at home?
It might be 2-0.
I could see it being a factor, but I also think the way that Hansi starts this game is going to play a lot into it. If he starts somewhat of the way that he did against RB Leipzig, I think that they'll do fine. Now, I would love to see Gnabry starting over Coman or Sane. Don't care.
I couldn't see it.
I mean, Coman just hasn't done much.
He scored in the final.
Yeah, he did.
That's the last time I remember it. Yeah, that was the last time I remember it. It wasn't over a year ago.
That was almost a year ago.
I don't remember anything he's done since then. But Sane's peak form right now.
And Gnabry scored in one of their Champions League games. The one that Musiala scored in.
Lazio.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see him start over. I would love, honestly, to see Kimmich somewhere in the defense because we need him. And just
play him right back. I've said this before. Just play the guy.
Yeah,
right back.
I would love for him to play right back, but I don't know who we put in his spot because we're not putting Pavard there. Javi Martinez doesn't need to go there.
Roca. Put in Roca.
Roca could go there. I mean, unless.
I wanted to mention something, and it'll transition to the next Champions League game. A big factor is how Mbappe plays.
Yeah.
If Mbappe plays like second or first leg Barcelona game, PSG will win. If Mbappe plays like second leg Barcelona game, Bayern will win.
I don't necessarily agree, but I'd say it'll be a lot closer of a game if Mbappe plays top tier.
Mbappe is, I could argue, a generational talent, but that also that transitions to the next game with another generational talent.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland, who I think is better than Mbappe, but his team compared to Mbappe is downhill.
Yep.
And that transitions to the next Champions League game with Erling Haaland better than Mbappe, in my opinion. We could argue. But I think that game, Man City is in top form. They're not slowing down until they meet a juggernaut like Bayern or PSG.
Listen, I'm the Man City expert here. Man City should win this.
But it's a quarterfinal.
It is a quarterfinal.
Are they going to? Maybe. Should they? Absolutely.
I agree. They should.
No, they should. But it just depends on the lineup Pep puts out, if he overthinks it or not, because he has a habit of doing so. And that I'm pretty sure it's kind of like the lineup versus Lyon situation.
No, hang on. I was just about to talk about that. Throw back to the Lyon lineup. What we did, we played like a 3-5-2. Yep. Sterling and Jesus up top, and like Eric Garcia, Laporte, and Fernandinho center backs. Why did we play Eric Garcia? He wanted to leave. He's like, I don't like it here. I want to go to Barcelona. Pep was like, okay, I'm going to play you in our quarterfinal. Why?
I still think the kid probably played his heart out, but then once they got back,
but why?
No, that was after the Premier League situation where Ederson speared him in the skull and made him wear a helmet. But our
lineup should have been, at the time we were having a Liverpool situation, no fit center backs. So our lineup should have been just regular 4-3-3. Sorry, I'm dying. Goalkeeper Ederson, Fernandinho, Laporte, right back. In my opinion, Joao Cancelo was picking up his form. He should have played. Left back, if Mendy's fit, I would have picked Mendy.
Zinny has to go in.
Well, he was doing okay.
Mendy was hurt.
Oh, okay, he was hurt. I don't remember. Sure. Then Zinchenko. And then the midfield should have been Rodri, De Bruyne, and Bernardo. And we should have put Gabriel Jesus on the wing.
Foden.
I mean,
maybe.
Here's the thing. Dortmund is either going to have to play incredible, and Haaland is going to have to play the best soccer that he has ever played in his entire career to beat Manchester City. Or Manchester City is just going to have to choke for them like they normally do in the quarterfinals.
Let's be honest, that's probably going to happen.
I feel like that's more likely that Pep overthinks it and Manchester City comes out and plays horrible, and
he'll probably play Eric Garcia again.
Haaland maybe scores like 1 or 2 goals and they win.
Eric, you're in. It's like, why?
Do you want me to be honest? My opinion about this?
No,
I think that
not really.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give it anyway. But in the Champions League, I think that Pep thinks that City is invincible or better than all of the other teams in the Champions League at this point. Like, he's looking at Dortmund going, oh, they're what, like 5th, 6th, 7th, whatever they are in the Bundesliga at the moment. And he's probably like, I can play an easier lineup, kind of like he did against Lyon. He was like, I have no fit center backs, so let me start in a formation that has 3 of them. I mean, that sounds like a genius move by a coach to me. But then also, Lyon was not a bad team. I mean, they were in the Champions League quarterfinals for a reason. The same goes with Dortmund.
Played well against Bayern too. After they beat us, they played well against Bayern.
They did.
They almost. They could have beat them.
I want to mention something.
They didn't. But they did play good.
The City attack in 1920 versus Lyon is not the City attack that's playing this atrocious Dortmund defense in 2021. Because Dortmund right now, I'm pretty sure they can't keep a clean sheet to save their lives.
How did Dortmund do this weekend?
That's what they gave up goals to Sofia like crazy.
Also, Dortmund's offense
Dortmund's getting worked.
crazy.
They lost to Frankfurt this weekend. They're getting worked.
I think Royce is hurt again, so I mean,
I'm pretty sure Colton Frankfurt are second.
They might be, but I don't care.
No, they're fourth. Frankfurt are fourth in the Bundesliga.
Mats Hummels scored, dude.
I remember that because I follow Dortmund on Instagram, and I saw goal Mats Hummels, and then I refreshed my Instagram like an hour later, and I saw final from final from whatever their stadium is. I forgot.
Their left back Scholes scored an own goal.
Oh yeah, and then it wasn't Andre Silva. Was it Andre Silva?
It was Andre Silva that scored.
He is going insane this year.
Yeah. I mean, granted, Frankfurt's not horrible with Silva and Jovic, and they have Trapp and that.
Andre Silva is second highest Bundesliga goal scorer, I'm pretty sure, but that's literally because Robert Tapindowski has 34 goals.
And is just gonna win the Ballon d'Or in every award possible.
No, because they're not. If they
and
choke
the Tapin d'Or goes to Robert Lewandowski.
If they choke the league somehow, which they're 7 points ahead, but I've seen worse happen.
Yeah.
And they don't win the Champions League, I can see someone such as
Bruno Panach.
No, because United will choke the Europa League.
Messi
is a dark horse this year. People aren't looking at Messi, and it's sad.
It's because Barcelona sucks.
They sucked when he won it in 2018.
Yeah, I mean, Messi is very good, but Barcelona just sucks. They got worked by the absolute unit that is Mbappe.
Tapindowski has 35 goals in 25 appearances.
Yeah.
And he has 41 goal contributions in 25 games. I want to look at Messi's stats and just read them to you.
I don't think it's that good, but
while you're looking that up, I'm going to go back to what I was saying about Pep in big games and underestimating teams that are actually decent. And I would just be worried as a City fan that he's going to come out and throw some random lineup out that he thinks is going to beat Dortmund, and it's just going to expose them. And Jadon Sancho and
he is hurt.
Erling Haaland.
For the first leg. Jadon Sancho is hurt for the first leg.
Oh, then I say in the first leg, Manchester City.
Never mind. I think City's going to steamroll them.
But maybe in the second leg,
I didn't know that.
It gets closer.
You only brought up Jadon Sancho because you're a United fan.
Well, he's one of their best players.
This is true.
Jadon Sancho.
Back to what I was saying about Messi.
Clapped by some German
defender. I want to point this out. Colton, you said you didn't think his stats were that good. In La Liga, 26 games played, 23 goals, 8 assists.
Yeah, I mean, they're not as good as
Champions League he's played.
But they're still good.
Yeah, because he's a tap-in merchant. Champions League.
Yeah.
He played 6 games, scored 5, assisted 2. Copa del Rey scored 2, assisted 1.
Yeah, but the Spanish league is a farmers league this year. So why is he not stat padding?
I mean, let's watch Atletico's performance against Chelsea.
They're so bad. Chelsea dominated Atletico Madrid, and Chelsea is in what, 5th place, 4th?
Yeah.
Define farmers league. Define farmers league.
Well, I'm saying they've been horrible this year. They've been horrible. You can honestly argue that the Italian league has been more competitive than this year.
Barcelona
to be fair
is
to
in
Atletico,
third,
Chelsea do have Tuchel now, and he is doing very well.
They literally Chelsea
they've lost to West Brom 5-2.
That was their first loss.
That was
in 15
their first
games.
loss
to West Brom.
You lost to Sheffield.
I mean,
you lost to the team bottom.
I'm not talking about United right now. I'm talking about Chelsea.
My point
I'm just saying that they've been horrible.
My point is you can't bring up West Brom as an argument as like you lost
a team
to
that's
West
in
Brom.
19th.
Okay.
You're forgetting it's also the Premier League.
Yeah.
Remember?
I mean, the
teams are going to be good. Teams are going to be bad. Teams are going to be
Barca.
mediocre.
Okay, Barca are 4 points off the top.
Yeah, and they have won the past 5, but that's because Atletico, for some unbeknownst reason to me, has been playing horrible. like absolutely horrible for the past.
Oh yeah, they're better than City, huh?
Okay, no. When you look at the bottom half of the table in La Liga, it's very similar to the bottom half of the Premier League.
Yeah,
as far as points ratio, goal difference ratio, and
Yes,
stuff.
but if you look at the Premier League against La Liga this year, the teams playing each other, the Premier League has won, I think, every game.
I mean, when a 5 beats a 1, I got to stand by and Kyle a little bit on that.
Kyle, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it straightforward. You can say that Premier League teams have dominated La Liga teams this season, but in the Europa League this week, when Granada play against Manchester United, I only see it going one way, and I see a Kennedy masterclass.
If United plays the whole game like they did in the first half against Brighton, you're absolutely right.
If United plays the way they played against, like, when they drew against West Brom, when they lost to Sheffield, either of those games, if they play like that, if Ole comes out like that, I see this result. Granada win the first leg. United fans, Ole out. We hate Ole. Get him out of here. Second leg comes around. United come back thanks to their pin merchant. Ole, stay, please. We love you, Ole.
I see it.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, we might touch more on that in a minute, but to get back to Champions League, I think City will probably work Dortmund, but how are we feeling about Porto Chelsea? Obviously, the two most surprising teams that are somehow here.
I'm kidding.
I wouldn't say Chelsea are surprising.
No, I'm going to be honest.
I say Chelsea are extremely surprising that they're not here.
All I have to say
that they're here, and Barcelona's not here. Who else? Barcelona's not here. Atletico's not here.
Barcelona also played the second best team in the tournament.
And Chelsea played Atletico, which, I mean, that's decent.
That's a league leader.
Yeah, they gave him the work.
All I have to say is Porto's president said that they're going to win the Champions League. So,
well, here's the thing.
They beat a Juventus with a washed-up Ronaldo.
They did beat Juventus, but you can't base Chelsea off of their one loss to West Brom when they've been unbeaten the previous 14 or 15.
Yeah, Chelsea has been playing great.
Tuchel is one of the best managers in the world. I think he was unrightly fired by PSG, because I'm pretty sure he got fired after winning a game.
Yeah.
And he got sacked for Pochettino.
Didn't Chelsea also have a red card in that game against West Brom? Weren't they a man down?
That shouldn't have been a red card, but yeah, it was. I mean,
so,
it was
you're looking at a team that lost.
Yeah, their West Brom Thiago Silva got a red
very
card.
Crap. But also, I mean, you're a man down. Like, I mean, look what we did to Southampton this year when they were a man down. We thumped them 9-0. Like, is United 9-0 better than Southampton? No. But, I mean, we beat them 9-0 because, I mean, they were just a man down. So,
I mean, a man down really makes a big difference in games. It can also not make that big of a difference depending on how the manager adjusts. Like, I want to point out a couple different red card games. I'm going to bring up some good examples here. Man United, Southampton, that's a good example. Southampton versus Leicester, when that was 9-0, that's another good example. I don't think Ralph Hasenhüttl knows how to deal with red cards. However, Big Sam of West Brom, when we were playing them, and Mate Vidra was through, and Sam Ajayi just sees the ball and goes like that and gets a red card. West Brom dominated us. They ended up having more attacks than us. I'm pretty sure we had a goal line clearance. And they were the better team. But it's like, it just depends on how a manager adjusts. I'm pretty sure, and yeah, back on what I was saying, Tuchel, they beat Strasbourg 4-0, and then he got fired afterward. But I just thought that was strange. He didn't deserve to be fired at PSG. He's a good manager, top in the world. I'd say top 5, arguably.
Yeah, I think we see another Giroud masterclass in this game.
I think Timo Werner shows his true colors.
I think Timo Werner chokes as like he has been for the entirety of his run at Chelsea and Porto.
That's not true. He's their top goals and assists leader, I'm pretty sure.
I don't care. He's horrible. Bruno Fernandes would put Harry Maguire up there and he'd do better. he would have scored that goal.
Okay, that's
that
stretching
he
it.
missed for Germany.
He
Maguire would have
misses
ripped that
easy
goal.
goals, but then again, he also is like very good to their play.
Timo Werner has 11 goal contributions in the Prem this year.
Yeah, and how many appearances does
5
he
in
have?
the Champions League. He's played 29 of 30 games.
Yeah, that's not good enough from a striker.
Okay, then look at other strikers. Anthony Martial.
Well, Martial isn't very good either.
Martial's not the bar here.
Firmino.
He should not be the bar either.
Firmino's not the bar either. No, I think both of those are better than Werner too, and they haven't played well at all.
That's just not true. That's just not true. You can't say Werner is as bad as he is when he was, I think, either top scorer or second top scorer the year before he came to Chelsea in the Bundesliga.
I mean, he's played 9 or 7 more games than Anthony Martial and only has 1 more goal and 3 more assists with 7 more games played. So I don't think he's the bar. Timo Werner is not good.
Anthony Martial,
he's not world class whatsoever.
Has had an absolute shocker of a season.
Yeah, it's been.
So has Timo Werner. Timo Werner's had a shocker of a season, right? But he's not garbage.
Gabriel
he's obviously not the greatest finisher, but he has 22 appearances and he has 8 goals instead of 5.
Yep, he's better than Timo Werner is not the good. You can go watch any of the games that he plays in, and he'll either be completely invisible. He might score like 1 out of 20 shots.
Timo Werner's shooting success percentage is 8.1. 8.1.
We're setting the Premier League goal
Robert
bar
Lewandowski's here. Is I'm pretty sure like 80%. I'm pretty sure he scores 80%.
If we're setting the bar and saying, "Oh, Timo Werner has 5 goals. He's not a good striker." Chris Wood, 7 goals.
Yeah,
in less games. Chris
Wood is better. No.
Chris Wood is legitimately better.
You could name just about any striker in the Premier League, and I would say they're better than Timo Werner.
Literally, Danny Ings, and Danny Ings has missed like
if Joe Mbongo started for Chelsea, he would be better. I mean, Timo is pitiful, and I'll say it again.
No, he's not bad.
He's not bad, but he's not. He's nowhere near top 20 strikers in the Prem. Nowhere.
Yeah, he is. I think he is, and you want to know why I think that? He's having an Anthony Martial season. You want to say Martial's had a shocker of a season. So has Timo Werner. But why is he getting? Why is he getting discredited?
It's his first season.
No, I mean maybe Timo.
Like crap.
Maybe next year Timo Werner will come back and he'll dominate, and Chelsea will do well. Or better than what they have this season, and they've done well for the past however many games that they played since Lampard's been gone. But I don't think that this season Timo Werner is anywhere near top 20.
Okay, well when you say
I will say
season,
this. Hang on a second. No, hang on a second. I will say this. Since I compared Gabriel Jesus' goals to Timo's, I will also compare his team play. He has 3 more assists, and he has. Hang on, let me check. He has 4 more big chances created. He's decent when he with playmaking.
Yeah, and that's Gabriel Jesus.
Are you counting Champions League too?
No, that wasn't Gabriel. That was Timo.
Oh, that was Timo.
That was Timo.
Yeah.
No, I'm not counting. This is Prem stats, JD.
Okay.
Giroud has been a better striker in the Champions League for them, and he scored 1 by.
He scored 4 in 1 game. That's why.
Yeah. They should be starting Giroud, and if they don't like Giroud, they should put Tammy Abraham up there because he would do better.
I think Tammy's on his way out. Tammy's not getting game time.
He should. As soon as Timo came in and flopped for the first half of the season, they should have started putting Tammy Abraham in.
They did.
Lampard.
They did. Timo Werner came off the bench in multiple of his appearances.
Yeah.
Okay, so that begs the question: what do you guys actually think is going to happen in this game against Porto? Like, what is your prediction?
Chelsea's going to win.
Chelsea will win.
Chelsea's going to win. Tuchel is he's a better manager than Lampard, and he proved it against league leaders in La Liga Atletico.
Chelsea should win, but if Porto wins, they're winning it all. That's my call.
No.
Or at least making it to the finals, or at least make it to the semis.
Well, yeah, if they win, they're going to the semis.
Colton, that's how that works, buddy.
If they win, they go.
I mean they're at least making it through the semis is what I meant to say.
I personally think that whoever wins this game between Porto and Chelsea will be who plays in the final, because they would play the winner of the Real Madrid and Liverpool game, and I think both of these teams are better than both of those teams at the moment. So
I'd like to see Real Madrid and Chelsea.
I would like to see that too,
especially with
Tuchel and Zidane.
Yeah, and I would absolutely love to see Sergio Ramos pocket Timo Werner. By the way, Timo Werner has 9 more appearances than Tammy Abraham and 1 less goal.
Okay.
Tammy Abraham should be starting.
But he's not, and he's on his way out.
Respectively.
That's called putting trust in your money, because you spent 60 mil on Timo Werner. Give him 2 more years. I say 2 more, and here's why. Next year, I see a better adjustment. Minimum 15 goals and assists. Or goals, actually. Minimum 15 goals.
Maybe. It'll depend on who they put around him, because if they keep dogging on Pulisic and Pulisic leaves, then they'll have to find they're going to have to get money from somewhere, because eventually what they have is going to run out. If they get Haaland and run 2 strikers up front, that would be nice. But
Haaland and Werner next to each other, if that happened, I'm just saying if, they would both have over 20 goals and assists.
Yep.
It would be reminiscent of I'm not here to compare, but reminiscent of, say, Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
No, it'd be more like Luis Suarez and Felipe Coutinho.
Yeah,
please do not compare Timo Werner to Lionel Messi. Please, let's not do that today.
No, I compared Timo Werner to
or the nice Ronaldo
Benzema.
Rooney.
Ronaldo and Benzema.
Maybe if Erling's Ronaldo and Timo's Benzema.
That's what my point was. Yeah. But Benzema is the most underrated striker of our generation.
This is true.
Can't change my mind. He's had like
Aguero was better stats.
I agree.
Aguero's had better stats, but Benzema's had a better career.
Because Aguero plays for a trash club.
Aguero also,
Aguero wins domestic trophies. He can't win in Europe.
He plays for a tin-pot club. So
Benzema's won the Champions League 3 times.
Yeah, it reminds me of that picture where it's like, I told you all about this a while back. Benzema at 32, holding his 3 Champions League trophies. Aguero at 32. Aguero wanted to come off the pitch and said, "They aren't passing me the ball."
Well, to be fair,
they weren't passing him the ball.
Talking about teams with potential trophy winning seasons, let's talk about Man United in the Europa League.
I thought you were going to say Arsenal. I mean, personally, because Arsenal has a better chance than United.
I would have to disagree.
Well, of course you will.
But I think that Arsenal has the easier route to the final.
Oh, for sure.
You don't watch Granada, though.
However, they're playing Slavia Praha, who just gave Leicester City the absolute work.
I hope Arsenal beat those racists into the ground.
Facts.
I mean,
I do too. I think the whole world is cheering for Arsenal because I'm sure the players, besides the one that's the racist, like I'm sure Miroslav Orsic is a sweet man. But
that's
fans.
not Slavia Praha, I don't think.
Is it?
No, Orsic plays for
he plays for Dynamo Zagreb.
Slavia
he plays
Praha.
for Dynamo Zagreb.
Yeah. I'll say it's another team that's still in the...
Hear me out. I was wrong. I'm sure the rest of the Slavia Prague players, sweet. But to the one racist player and their fans, because I saw the banner that said Kamara is a blank.
Yeah.
I hope that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a.k.a. Travis Scott, turns your defense into mincemeat and scores a hat trick.
What was that Aubameyang haircut? What was that?
He looks like Travis. He looks like
does.
Travis.
He does look like Travis Scott.
No, I think Arsenal wins if Saka is fit. If Saka's fit, Arsenal win.
I think United grazes by Granada very easily.
Barely. And no, I think they did by barely.
4-0 in the first leg, and we play.
Okay. Okay, you're being rude. This is the team that who they beat again to play United.
Someone absolutely horrible. Hang on, let me go find out, and I'll tell you. They
They
played
beat-
Molde,
Yeah.
and they lost in the second leg.
They
Yeah.
lost 2-1.
No,
but
never mind. United's got it. Granada got beat by Villarreal on Saturday.
No. I don't like the disrespect towards Granada, and here's why I think they'll win.
They're ninth. They're ninth.
Ole is a bottle job. Okay. We talk about City all the time about how they don't make it past the quarters. Ole can't make a final.
You
Okay?
can't make
This
it
is
past the
true.
semis. Okay, we gotta win this game, and then we play the winner
And
of
then we can lose.
Ajax and Roma.
Which you
Yeah,
will lose.
then we can lose.
I'm saying we will probably be playing Ajax. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say Ajax will beat Roma.
No, here's my final take on this game. Kennedy did not score in the second leg. That is disappointing. If Kennedy, he's the loanee from Chelsea. If he can score like he
JD.
did in multiple games, I think this will be a close game, closer than you think, at least.
JD.
I think Granada have a fair shot at winning because
JD.
Ole is known as a bottle job for.
They're atrociously bad.
Hey
If
Kyle,
listen,
This is gonna be
United-
a PE
no.
coach and a freaking Penandez masterclass.
No,
okay?
no. Listen to me. No, I don't want to. I don't hear it.
facts.
Ole
Bruno is
is
going to work soon.
Ole's a bottle job against small teams. You've seen his performances against West Brom. You've seen his performances against Sheffield United. You've seen his performances against Burnley at Old Trafford last season.
This last
Yeah.
season, this season.
Yeah, I mean,
do you want to
think-
talk about Burnley this season?
I mean, I think
It
that
was
Ole
1-0
could start
and a
Matic,
deflection.
Brandon Williams, Tuan Zebi, Amad Diallo, whoever you wanted that was on their bench today, and Bruno would carry. That's the gist.
No,
of
it's gonna be closer than you're acting. It's gonna be closer than you're acting.
I think Granada will absolutely score. I think if Granada can get one or two balls through, that they'll score both of them.
I find it funny that you have faith in United's defense.
I don't. No, but I have faith that
I have
their
faith in them
offense-
against Granada.
I have faith that
You'll
their
see.
offense
No,
will
no.
completely outplay
You'll see.
This is
You'll
our
see.
Granada's defense.
As a
easiest
City
game in the
fan,
Europa League by
I
far.
really hope United get absolutely destroyed by what's it, Matches?
It's
Yeah.
Matches,
Yeah.
Kennedy, Soldado.
I hope
know-
he goes Volta and just absolutely rainbow flicks the entire defense and scores a banger,
He's
and
gonna
you
sit.
lose.
He's gonna sit
But
Maguire on his ass. And then
I
make-
don't
But
see
in
it.
reality-
I think United will win. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
see
not.
them
No,
losing to
it's not as
Granada.
comfortable as Kyle thinks it will be.
I think we win
Oh,
the first leg 3-0, and then we play Ahmed Diallo in the second
No,
leg,
I-
and we meme.
I say maybe
'Cause,
when
I
the
mean, we're
first
playing
leg
away.
3 or 4-1, and then
United
second
away.
leg
We're gonna
a
win.
solid like 2-0, 2-1. I don't think that. I think they'll drop in the
I
first leg.
see-
They'll drop a lot of goals
I-
and get scored on.
We
I
play the
don't.
first leg away. We're gonna win 4-0 because it's away. And when we play at home, we'll probably lose 1-0. But
I
our
don't
away
think
form-
United.
Are we
will
still
keep
unbeaten
clean
away?
sheet with their defense, how they've been playing for the past 2-3 weeks.
I think we are. I think we're still unbeaten away.
Maybe.
In I think it's 26 games or something. We haven't lost an away game yet.
Did we lose to Leicester away? No, we lost to them. Yeah, they were home. We lost to Leicester away in the FA Cup. I'm pretty sure. I don't know,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we did. That was our
No,
first loss.
this game's gonna be reminiscent of the Istanbul game, but in the way
facts.
I think United will win in the second leg. I just think that it's gonna be
Now,
I'll say 3-2 on aggregate, but a Granada red card in the second leg.
I think it will be close for one game. I just don't see Granada being strong enough to beat us twice because
I see a 2-0 home leg from Granada because Ole's a bottle job, and then or 2-1 home, sorry, and then 2-0 away game.
Like
At Old
losing
Trafford.
2-0 at Old Trafford?
No. Old Trafford United win 2-0.
Okay.
I don't see United keeping a clean sheet against them in the first leg. I agree there.
That's my point. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see United keeping a clean sheet for maybe the next 2-3 games until something happens in the defense.
Yeah,
I
but
really want to see De Gea on the field just to see if he's why they're not playing him.
No. If
You're
De
saying
Gea
we're not.
if De Gea plays and he's garbage, because De Gea one of the top Prem keepers this past decade, but
Yeah,
if he comes out bad and like Granada pulls something off, they're gonna have to figure out a keeper situation because Dean Henderson, he's good enough to be a Sheffield United goalkeeper. He's not good enough to be a Man United goalkeeper.
I don't. None of this has been either of the goalkeepers' fault. I don't get the hate that they're getting. Neither of them have done anything that's horrible.
But
Our
Dean
defense
Henderson
is
did
just
not play.
Dean Henderson did good today. That save he made against Welbeck's first chance.
Yeah, one save.
Yeah, he parried the ball directly.
Yeah, no, Kyle. I like how you point out the one save he made, but the corner where he caught, bobbled it, and it fell on Maguire. He's not Man United quality.
Which I mean, granted,
it's
not like he's had the best setup. He has set the bench for however long behind De Gea, and then he's just playing now.
But I would like to point out something about you guys saying that we're not going to keep clean sheets. We've literally kept clean sheets against Milan,
not in the
West
best
Ham,
Milan's not good.
Manchester City.
Hey, Milan
Chelsea,
scored in the first leg.
Palace, Sociedad.
Oh, Palace.
Yeah. Dude,
you have to realize,
they kept a clean sheet against the Manchester
Arsenal,
City team that started
Liverpool, Burnley.
I like how you point out Arsenal.
City is the only one of those that matters.
I'm just saying we've kept clean sheets against good teams.
Man United should have had a red card versus Burnley.
I see Granada totally getting something like what Brighton did today, and then United. I see a replication of the Brighton game.
I see a replication. No, like back to what I was saying. I see a replication of the Man United game where it was 2-1 first leg. I see 2-1 Granada because they come out. United are poor first leg. Second leg comes around. United are better. Granada gets a red card, and it ends 2-0. United go through.
I can tell you exactly how it's going to go. We're going to come out and we're going to win 3-0, 3-1, 4-1, something like that in leg one. We will play Tottenham on Sunday. That's who we have next in the Prem. And then we will lose 1-0 at home. I mean, we still go through. It's pitiful, but...
So what Ole said about the Dean Henderson pick today, just to get back to that for a minute, he said it's simply that they have two keepers that are extremely great options, and he wants them to both play as much as possible.
Great? Ole.
Yeah. He said, I've got two. He said, and I quote, that was paraphrasing. He said, and I quote, I've got two great options. They are top goalkeepers, but both of them want to play as much as possible, and that will be decided on merit. We will have to think about who's going to give us a win on any given day. I don't think that's smart.
No, I wouldn't classify Dean Henderson as great.
From my perspective, as I've played keeper for over a decade, I don't like it having rotational keepers because it means that you lack direction in your defense.
It's like a baseball
and
rotation.
We kind of saw that today.
Another thing, what do you guys think is going to happen in the Ajax and Roma game in this? Because that's another very interesting game.
I say Ajax works.
That's probably the best game.
Ajax got it in the bag.
I got Ajax.
No, for sure. I mean, Roma could do something, but I don't think they're going to. I think, Van Bergen, or not Van Bergen, Haller. I was looking at who Ajax played at here in the Tadic, Haller, Neres, Gravenberch. Ajax has it.
Brian Brobby, you probably do not know his name. He signed for Leipzig, he's leaving in the summer, but he plays for Ajax. Really good striker. He's reminiscent of Erling Haaland, but not the same level.
Yeah, he's good FIFA potential.
Anyways, he's really good. He scored. I think he scored in that leg as well.
Yeah, I just don't. Roma just doesn't have as good of a team.
I don't see a world in which Pedro, Dzeko,
and Spinazzola.
Who's even in their defense? I know they have Paul Lopez,
Chris
Smalling.
No,
Chris
Bruno
Smalling.
Perez. They have
Chris
Bruno
Smalling.
Perez at right back.
They have Perez, Smalling,
and
Paul Lopez in goal.
Yeah.
Roma.
Roma. No, but Roma this weekend. I don't know. None of those players are starting. Right now they have Spinazzola playing left back. And I think that's Mancini. Mancini. Don't know how to pronounce Italian. Mancini playing center back. Cristante playing center back, and Karsdorp playing right back.
They have a Europa League fixture coming up. So
I mean, maybe, but Smalling wasn't even on the bench.
Might be injured.
Pedro was on the bench. Oh, never mind. Dzeko is going to go in and give Ajax the work. They're not ready for it.
I don't think if Chris Smalling's hurt, I don't think that Roma defense is good enough to keep out Ajax. Ajax is too good. Ajax is just too good.
I think that if Ajax wins, they pose the best threat to United in the semifinal compared to Roma.
I think Granada pose a great threat.
I think we're gonna get through Granada, and in the semifinal, if we play Ajax, I think that will be very good legs of soccer.
I see Ajax and Arsenal.
I see an Ajax win, and then I see an Ajax run probably in the Champions League next year.
I doubt it because they'll probably sell all the players that did well this year.
I mean,
they already sold Brian Brobby to.
Is Gravenberch leaving?
No,
possibly.
Well, not yet.
He's been mentioned for a few teams, I think.
Number one news article when you Google Gravenberch. Gravenberch is a better version of Pogba.
Yep.
That's great. That's great. Well, I mean, it'll be very interesting to see.
I agree.
I'm beyond ready to watch soccer this week.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this week.
City Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
I looked it up. It's Tuesday.
I'm watching
that. When
we
is
play Thursday?
Obviously, you're in the Europa League.
Yes, sir.
And NCAA final on
Monday.
Today, I guess, at the time that we're filming this. Yeah, I guess it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Are you boys ready to wrap up?
I think I'm ready.
All right. Well, we will try to get this edited and put out, I guess, early this morning.
Yeah, we can. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, it has been a pleasure to do this again. I'm your host this time, John David, joined by Colton.
Ayo.
Kyle.
Yeah.
And Aiden.
Hi.
This has been fun, and we're gonna keep going. I don't see this ending in the near future. So
no. Also, really quick, thank you guys for the success on the first episode. It actually did surprisingly well.
Yeah, that's what makes me want to keep going.
I did not think that it was going to do that well.
Thank you for the downloads, and I hope you come back.
Yeah.
Download, follow, share if you want to. I mean, treat us like a poor YouTube channel and put us all over the place.
Basically what we are, just minus the YouTube channel.
I mean, if you like what you've heard,
give us a follow.
Yeah. Please just tell your friends.
Follow for more.
Yeah.
Because
download it. If you're downloading on Spotify, downloading is good too.
Follow, download, because as long as you keep following and downloading, we're going to keep uploading episodes.
I think we're going to start a YouTube channel and post some episodes on there.
Yeah, it'll just be audio like this.
Yeah,
it'll just be audio for now. But once I get my Logitech camera, because I'm professional, we can start uploading.
Once we get a set and we turn into Joe Rogan, then
once I'm okay with how I look, and it'll probably be looking like Joe Rogan. We will upload visuals. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been fun. I've had fun doing it. We're going to keep going. And as always, thank you for listening.